Hey YouTube, change of plans. I was going to demo, difficult point, that guitar, but I've got some fretwork to do on it. And I could do it, and I'd rather just take my time at it. I'll spend the evening doing that. So I borrowed a pedal off my pal last night, an Electro Harmonix Mel, which is like a chorus and stuff, not like choral and violin and stuff on it. I don't think it's got violin on it. I could just shout it over. Orchestra, cello, strings, flute, clarinet, saxophone, brass, low choir and high choir are on it. So it's like a sort of sampley pedal, but not MIDI. So obviously I've got my Casio MIDI guitar, which we're taken down off there. So I kind of a wee bit in. I know how the MIDI pickup and stuff like that works. This is modern technology that doesn't need the MIDI pickup. Focus, yes. So it's just a normal guitar going straight into it. I'm using the bass amp. There's a wet and a dry out on it, and I've used both sides. So I'm using the affected signal is going to the bass amp, and the guitar signal. The thing is, what it does is it also puts the guitar through the bass amp, and so I'm playing through the orange and that bass amp. So ideally I would like it if it didn't. There might be a knob on it or something. I haven't even set it up or thing. This is the first time I literally plugged it in. It's making a noise. Just see what it does. And then once I know what it's doing a little bit and I understand some of it, I will do a proper video on it. Go for it. Bye. And I'm just going to stomp on it at the setting it's set at right now and see what it does. My pal says it's really good for you. You can just like, if you have it on kind of low down and in the background, you can just play and use an acoustic. You can just play it and it just fills it out, and you don't have to think about it or alter the way you play. We'll see. Not wanting to focus on me today for some reason. So okay, dodgy lead going into it. Dodgy something somewhere. Obviously I've got it up full bung to hear it. Maybe in the background it's a bit more. Guitar back on again. Oh, doesn't it make a difference when you've got the actual guitar signal coming through as well? Seemed a wee bit delayed, but actually I can see yeah, so let's see what it's actually set to. It's set to number 2. So that's the cello, apparently. We've got attack, sustain. You want no attack? Really? Would you? Obviously, attack gives you. The more attack you've got, the less attacking it is. So it'll kind of swell in. And with no attack, it's really does track very well. Kind of. What does that sound like? It really is not that different from the Casio guitar for doing that. Or you can just turn. That's what the dry and the wet knob did. You can turn off the guitar going through, so it's just the. In fact, does that mean the guitar's still on? And okay, yeah, okay. The guitar's still on, but we're just listening to the sounds now. Oh, it tracks much better when you're using the humbucker because it's probably a bigger signal. What is it that's not working quite right here? Something's not. I'm impressed something's not quite working right, is it? That might be a dirty switch. I'll give that a scoosh with contact cleaner later. Try and fiddle out with some of the other ones. So I'm just kind of working out there. Just because the two outputs on it, I figured I was going to use both the speakers because obviously that's what I do with my MIDI guitar. I've got the synth coming through the bass amp and the guitar entirely separate. And on that guitar, you've got like a rhythm treble switch. You know, you can have just the MIDI, just the guitar, or both, kind of thing. Just controlled from the guitar. Obviously, there's nothing. The guitar's just all normal until we get to the pedal, so it's got to be just a case of working out exactly what the knobs do, not just what they're called. But I'm not comparing like with like here because a MIDI guitar's and you need the synthesizer, and it's your £1,000, something like that. Whereas this pedal, I don't know how much it is. I don't think it'll be cheap. I don't think it'll be like a £200. I'm thinking it's going to be like 140. What is it? Electro harmonics. They're normally quite cheap, so it may be 80 to 120. I don't know. I'll find out by the time I do a proper video. But for doing back to one of the things I'm missing is the octave switch, which the Casio has, because it's a MIDI controller, so you can switch the octave up or down. This one, it's just the octave it's at, unless there's a button I haven't touched yet, which there very well could be. But imagine that in the background for your cheesy 80s power ballads, just kind of like pure. I don't know where I'm going. How can I not remember playing? Living on some sweet charity, but know what it means. On the lonely street of dreams. I'll try some of the other ones. So that was number 2, which is cello. So 1 is orchestra. How different it's going to be. You need to be very careful with your dynamics in playing. Or how many notes is it? And again, you've got to kind of, it's orchestra, so you've got to kind of play a bit orchestra-y. The bends sound funny, don't they? Because it is tracking them. It's tracking them. Well, we'll find out actually. Because the Casio does this as well, but it's got dip switches in the back and readjusting things, which I've never done. So when you bend a note, say I bend a guitar up 2 notes, it might not necessarily be bending up 2 notes on the synth. I think it's alright. For that attack again. And that's a sustain on, so you can now get it takes ages to go away, or longer to go away. Maybe put some sort of mute switch on the guitar side, so I don't have to turn the amp off. Or more likely a guitar volume pedal, so you can still have it in a little bit, which is a trick that you have to do with a MIDI one as well. It's like because obviously the attack, as in the exact point of ignition when you hit the note, there's a delay, not much of a delay, but see if you've just got the initial impact, like the first couple of milliseconds from the string, because it is real time and not processed in any way, it makes up for it, so it doesn't. No attack, half sustain. yeah, I'm kind of with a bit of dancing. I'm kind of wanting to do things. The tracking is amazing though. I mean, honestly, if you're thinking about going the MIDI guitar pick system way, it's worth just buying the pedal. I can see this being much more useful because it means you can just use any guitar, plug into it. It's just a pedal you plug in and that's it. I mean, I've got it running through 2 amps, but obviously you can run it through 1, and that's what the dry and wet thing's for. I'm just doing this to highlight what the pedals actually do, not using it in the correct situation. But that's very easy. If you're in a pub covers band or something like that, and you're doing the 87 version of really powerful on the lower notes. Again, this is probably tweakable. So that's orchestra. What else we got? I might not run through all of these just now, just see what it does. 3, just strings. We're kind of the same, aren't we? Again, I'll turn the guitar amp off so it's just the strings you're hearing. But I think it's the sort of thing, see if you had it in the background, I think I'll just try playing something that doesn't necessarily have strings in it, you yeah, it's one of those ones I think I'm going to have to get one. I'm not sure exactly how it fits in, but I've got the best kind of MIDI guitar, MIDI module, a big synth. I've got to wheel the synth through if I want a good synth, but I've got a wee shitty MIDI module. I can run it and set it up, but that involves me. I've got to play that guitar. It's a lovely guitar. I love it. But I quite like playing this one. But just having that in there, pretty much just set up as strings. Like, see, I'm doing a wee loop thing, and it means I can just put loop over. I've not yet worked out how to. I might have to use some sort of router switch because I want to be able to. I want to have the bass and the drums and the pedal completely wet coming out of there. I don't want to hear, because just now there's still, maybe there isn't actually, but whether it goes in the bass line, yeah, there's a way of working it out. Yeah, I just put it before the AB pedal. That's very easy to do. Hold on. I'll just take that out, stick it into the AV pedal. Is that going to be any different? It means I've got a foot switch to turn between the guitar and the bass. The guitar and the which amp I'm putting it into. Right, so. No effect. No. Forget it. My heat's not working today. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Messed about with this, getting it working. Right, quickly into flute, which is one of my favourite sounds on when I'm using the MIDI guitar. Just flute just works well with guitar. Something's not playing. Doesn't sound right. I turned the volume right down on this, didn't I? I was messing about there. See, it's letting the guitar signal through. That's. I wonder if there's different modes. Okay. Video over. It's been 20 minutes anyway. Yeah, so I'll set up a proper one, work out what this is actually doing, but now I know that I think it's going to be really quite interesting. If I can make it do what I want it to do, which is probably only because I'm spoiled with the Casio. Oh. Sorry, I'm saying Casio and you're thinking, oh, some plastic thing. No. A 87 Japanese Fujigen built Stratocaster that came with MIDI gubbins built into it. So, it's lovely. It's just I've got to. I need 2 leads and stuff, and it's like, okay. It's not exactly hassle. You're probably talking from right now. I could plug it in within 5 minutes, but if I knew where actually all the leads were, I could probably plug it in 2 minutes and plug that guitar in and tune it up. But that's 2 minutes more than sitting here and going, oh, pretty cool if I had strings on there. Click, whatever I'm doing. I need to try the bass through it as well. I think I've got a dodgy output on the cable going into it or something like that, because that cable, patch cables don't tend to move ever, so it's probably just grubby. But I'll show you the pedal for as soon as I'm taking out the circuit anyway. Yeah, so it's a Mel tape replay machine. That's a tape replay machine. Sounds very much like a mellotron. Oh, it's called a mel. A mel9. So it's basically like a mellotron. If you don't know how a mellotron works, they're fascinating. It's great fun. It's like you press the key and it literally has a reel-to-reel tape that plays whatever note that key's set to, and you can record whatever you want on the tape. Hence, it's like a sampler, but you just have to record every single note. So basically, you press it, it lasts for as long as the tape lasts, and then you let go of it, and it rewinds the tape. Yeah. So, orchestra, cello, strings, flute, clarinet, saxophone, brass, low choir, and high choir. So, I mean, obviously, I'm going to have a go at playing, which I haven't done, the Court of the Crimson King. Maybe things like that might be very interesting. But I can see it now, but I was just saying there about the octave thing. There are actually, there's octaves on the actual guitar, so rather than sitting here going, oh, I want a higher octave, I could play it here, you know. It's just one of the things that I did a lot when I was using the MIDI one. Not getting rid of the MIDI one. That's worth it if you're maybe setting up to do something, but I like the idea of you could just have that sitting there in my loop, and then when I'm doing some sort of demo jam, I can put cheesy, well, not cheesy, more that they would be more like when someone says Mellotron, I just think of King Crimson, Court of the Crimson King. Those sort of sounds, and it would be cool, I think. Rock on! Catch you later, I'll do a proper video tomorrow.